In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, the merciful that disciplines with an iron rod. He created everything, nothing to be excluded, the world in its entirety, so myself included. He had a perfect plan, a plan of heavenly nature. His plan was to care for me, to love me and to nurture. But I thought differently, 'cause I'm a strange creature. I abandoned God's plan and followed an earthly preacher. My enemy rejoiced, with joy his head had spun, because he had ended what God had begun. He thought he was victorious because of my descent. He had crookedly planned it, the beginning of the end. But God's plan was perfect, it couldn't be destroyed. He gave me a second chance, and my enemy was annoyed. My God had compassion, he rose me from the dead. He sacrificed his son and gave him his wine and bread. He took over my debt, he said he'll pay instead. So he came down to earth and his blood was truly shed. He was nailed to the cross and a spear pierced his side. He was left hanging there until he had died. He followed heaven's plans, he came from Mary's womb. He followed them all the way till he was placed in the tomb. But that wasn't the end, the end's beyond comprehension. My God rose from the dead and we witnessed his ascension. I mentioned beginning and end, it seems an easy riddle, but I haven't mentioned the struggle in the middle. The middle's really hard, the middle's really tough, but God's always there for me, 'cause he shaped me on his cuff. When my enemy attacks, my God's always defending, 'cause he wants me to be with him and have a happy ending. An ending where he saves me with his great wisdom and reserve a place for me in his heavenly kingdom. God was there at my birth to help me on my travel. He'll stay by my side till I'm buried in the gravel. I hope when I die, the angels will be singing, when I finally reach the end of the beginning. Then I'll lie there waiting for the rising of the dead. Will I be ready for judgment, or will I be lying on my bed? When I rise again at the second appearance, then God will hold the judgment on our perseverance. I'll be doomed if I've been lazy when I face the chief. My teeth will be gnashing, I'll be crying with my grief. What joy if I'm prepared, God's arms will open wide. He'll count me as a sheep on his right side. My God is amazing, I can't comprehend. He's the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end.